All right. As you can see, I'm going live. All right. Hopefully, we'll get some on here pretty quick. It'll take a while to gather anybody up there. I don't know if it'll get out on the line or not, but I can tell you, I just found out somebody thinks that I've joined the Hales group, which is a complete rumor. It is not true. Don't listen to what's going on out there. I have not joined Hales in any way. So I figured the best way to combat it was to come on here live today as a just come on and try to get as many people that know me understand that this is strictly a rumor and trying to stir the pot, if you will. So you'll see that it hit my channel. I put up a thing there today, a video to a shout out to Michael Vulp, and put his link on there. And I happened to pick up on there that DJ Radis put on there something about me joining the Hales group. So I'm on here to dispel that completely. I don't want you to think I would ever do that. And I think the reason they're doing that probably is when I first got on here, I had backed Hales because of my belief in the First Amendment. And after I was on there a short period of time, I had changed to defending Michelle and John. And what they're trying to do is to make it look as if I'm back changing the other way. It's not true. And I should have seen this coming. Here a couple weeks ago, somebody was asking why I don't seem to show up on the legal paperwork. And I'm not sure why I don't show up on there other than they have been unable to serve a summons on me. And I haven't run from anything. So just to let you know, I'm not that type. I'm not going to go back on the things that I've been trying to do for Michelle and John. And for you people that know me, and if we get one of these yo-yos in here, Road King, just kick them off the channel. I don't want them on here. They don't need to be on here. No warning. They get to trying to blow the channel up, mark them out immediately. And I'll do the same thing. So now I'll go through here, see where I can say hi to everybody. Kitty Mama, hello. Road King, glad to see you on here. Ruth, glad you're here. Kimberly, Brenda, expiration date. Oh my. Kevin Jays, Lecky Coonan, Carol Crazy, Wikipedia, Sylvia, William, Tammy, a little bit, hi, a little bit, Vonda, expiration date. Anyway, and okay, Mima, I figured I better get on here because a rumor like that gets around pretty quick. It is not true, completely untrue. I am not going to back Mr. Hales in any way in this endeavor to help John and Michelle out. And hopefully it doesn't get out there too far because I just can't believe anybody. Well, I can believe somebody started it. I'm just not sure who. But like I say, a couple of weeks ago, there was some question about why I wasn't appearing on some of the paperwork out there. So, but I can tell you, I have been talking to legal authorities if I can. And I'm not absolutely not have anything to do with the Haleses on this. Nothing. Oh, so I hope all of you take me at my word today. Tammy says she knows better than that. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. And yeah, Radis is on my channel. He's on there on the video I put up about 10 minutes ago, and said he was glad to see me join the Hales group or something to that effect. But just to let you know, it's all BS, made up, and like I say, I think I could see it coming a couple of weeks ago. You know, the little questions being asked. It also appeared on their channel today, apparently. Another one that the guy isn't too, he doesn't have a lot going up here, and I just didn't think it would go past his channel, but it looks like it's going out there. How you doing, cat lady? Says I don't get to join in much, and I don't catch Lisa because of work hours. Brenda, yeah, a lot of times. And last night I fell asleep when she was on there. I didn't get much sleep the night before, so I had to listen to the rest of it today during the day when I got a chance. Yesterday, Lisa had a lot of paperwork showing you of the POs that were against Mr. Hales. And so to date, it sounds like there was 4 of them generated to start with from his wife. One of them on a girlfriend they'd had for a while. It went from a 1 year to a 5 year. So to go from 1 year to a 5 year means there had to be problems down the line. In other words, habitual violations of some kind to make it to extend it. Road King says they have nothing else to do, so I'm making stuff up. Yep, that's right. Whoever started it is 99 cents short of $1. Yeah. So Ray W said, I don't think anyone here believes anything that guy has to say anymore. I assume that you are not on the paperwork because he doesn't know your name. That's correct. For some reason, if you look at my channel, I'm pretty pointed in when I talk about something, and I use the stuff I catch in the live on his channel to re-prescribe sometimes. Now, I haven't watched his channel except for if somebody comes in here and says, hey, you need to see a certain part on there, I'll go in there and look at it. But it's pretty hard for me to watch an hour or whatever it is that he's on there. Mainly it leaves a distaste in my mouth and a stain on my brain. And I don't particularly care to have much to do with him, as much as I stay away from it as much as I can. Like I say, some time ago, I said that I was going to do everything I could to help John and Michelle out. I have not went back on that, and I'm not going to. I'm still going to go towards that endeavor. So all of you can put that in the bank. Bearded says, hey, Ray, what are you up to, man? And what is it, about 60 today? Take care of yourself and have a great week, dude. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bearded, there's a rumor out there about me, so I'm on here trying to dispel it, let you guys know, or that it's headed down the tubes. I guess what they're trying to do is start some kind of a distrust. There's quite a few of us in that lawsuit, and I don't know of anybody on there that would turn on the rest of them and be a state witness or whatever they call in a case like that, or a witness for Jeremy out of the ones that are being sued. I really don't see where anybody would want to join that group. And that rumor was started not too long ago, that there was somebody there that was spinning. I can assure you it's not me, and I don't think anybody is. I think it was just put out there to worry everybody that's on that panel, and or that's in that lawsuit, being named in the lawsuit. But the people I see on there, I just don't see where they would turn. The other thing is that if somebody did on there. Jeremy would come back on him. I really believe in my opinion that he would come back on him later in some way to get him, regardless. Uh, Everybody that he's had a bone to pick with, he has continuously bothered him from the day he declares it to this day. So it isn't something that gets dropped. It's in his mind all the time. I don't know how he has room for that many people in his mind, but apparently he does. And there's not many that have stuck by him. The only person I know of that stuck by him very long is George out there, or Martha. Vonna says, we still have the First Amendment. You are a good man. Thank you. Georgia, thank you. Hi, how you doing? Going to need some disinfectant for sure from Road King. Mike says, hi, Ray. Greetings from Vermont. Yeah, Mike McDermott, there's a rumor out there, don't believe it. It says that I have joined the Hales group. I have not, and I don't plan on it. Jerm needs to Google and see what Skidmore, Missouri is famous for. He knows. He's seen what it was. Matter of fact, Milltown's Best did an article on it. And I've known about it for a long time, that small town. So, is a list of people being sued posted anywhere? It was, matter of fact, I think almost every channel listed it out there. Now, I don't have a copy of it right here, or else I'd read it off to you. But, and matter of fact, the list was gone through by Vulp, Michael, and I put a link to his description in the video I put up about 20 minutes ago. Actually, about 30 minutes ago. So, and Lisa has a copy of it. Like I say, I don't have a copy right here in front of me where I could call the names off. I know most of them. You know, obviously, Michelle and John, Lisa, myself, Super Dave. Oh, let's see. MLS, the lawyer. Bruce. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else. There's I believe there's 9 of them on there, and or 10, maybe it's 10, I guess. So, if I can look up the list, I'll try to throw it up here in the next day or two, so that you guys know who is on there. But like I say, I don't think anybody would be turning as a witness for Jeremy. For one thing, all of us operate separately. So there's not much I can think of that any one of us could be a witness against another one for that's being sued. I just don't think there is. None of us have coached anybody else. We've all been independent. And I think all of you would agree that we look at our different channels that each one of us has our own spin on things, and that we do act independently. We pat each other on the back, and that is the extent of it. Other than that, our mission is from very day one is to try to help Michelle and John out and keep it being so overwhelming that they can't stand what's going on. They obviously had to have some help of some kind. And just having a friend there can help a lot. The stress that they go through is unreal. Mo Magic, I see you're on there. Thank you for coming in. And Peculiar Optics says, I don't believe a word he says. I'm glad you don't, because he has trouble with truth, I believe. I was watching him when your alert came up. I was really ill for a couple of months and lost track of everything. Thanks again. That was expiration date. See Demon Cat's in here. Thanks for being in there. Cat Lady says, hey, Road King. Let's see. Carol says, Road King still above ground, so I'm doing pretty good. Or how you doing? Okay. Ray, I dealt with Germ doing crap like this back when he betrayed Robbie. Then last year, the ultimate betrayal on Guapo. He's been doing stuff for quite a while. I mean, when you go back to 214, matter of fact, I'll have to post a video up here when I get a chance. That's from 2017, has to do with Concom, and there's a guy there that seems to have had a run-in with Jeremy, and he tried to sue him over a picture that they had put up. So it's something you'd have to judge for yourself to think if it's really him or not. There's no picture of him, just a description and some dates. So and it had to do with Concom. Tammy says, hello, Ray. Well, hello, Tammy. Sharon says, hi, Mr. Ray. How you doing, Sharon? Tony said, hi. Hi, Uncle Ray from Current Chaos. Bonnie, hi, Ray, and everyone. I saw those comments from your video earlier. Bonnie, yeah, don't believe from the rat ass. That's the son of a gun. He's asking for trouble, that's for sure. Let's see. Expiration date. Glad you are doing better. That's from Helen. Karen says, hi, Ray. How you doing, Karen? Says, unfortunately, you have to do this to dispel rumors. No worries. That was Kevin Chase said that. Let's see. Expiration date. Glad to see you here. That's Road King said that. I think I've seen most of you on here now. There's not a whole lot more for me to talk about. I did put up a video earlier today for a shout out to Michael Vulp. He needs some things out there, at least recognition. His channel, or he himself, is undergoing some attacks similar to what all of us have been going under. And his is from a fellow reporter that they've worked together, and it was Megan Fox. So when you go on there, you may see some surprising facts about Megan on his channel. I guess she's been pretty vicious with her handling her relationship with Michael. Like I say, they had worked together on different things or worked on the same projects, but not necessarily, I don't know if it was partnerships or not. But at least he'll give you a full scope of what he's going through as well. And some other people have picked up on it and because of Megan and came in and started hitting his channel. So like I say, he's going through some of the same things that all of us out here have. Bonnie says, I don't believe any of that's going on out there. Thank you, Bonnie. Let's see. Mike says, Germ fooled me when I was a fan, but when I saw his true colors in 2022 and 23, I stuck around only for Martha and Patience and Christian. Yeah. Martha stuck around just actually one week too long almost. Her family's taking a beating. It's hard to understand when a family is attacked that anyone in the family would not protect them at any cost. And I guess I have a little problem believing that I'm not sure why George sticks around with all that's going on. I just don't understand it. It's not something that I would do, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Families normally would come first, and for somebody to attack a family would certainly draw out the claws in any cat. So I would have a hard time sticking up for Martha at this time under any circumstance. Especially with the way she's been looking. Road King, the rat boy is looking for attention. We know what's going on. Yeah, he's got my attention. But he may not like that all that. Oh, let's see. He may have overstepped it because what he put on there is a lie. And it's an outright lie. And I'm wondering just what YouTube is going to say about it. My impression was that you can't come on somebody's channel and start spewing stuff like that without the backing. So we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, it says here Martha threw her family aside when she sits by Germ's side, laughing and joking and attacking the same people that Germ does. I agree with you. That's why I don't have any sympathy for her at this time. There's certain people that become accustomed to that treatment, and sometimes they even maybe enjoy it. I don't know. But if you could go back and do that and act that way, then to me, there's something wrong. That's my opinion, obviously, but it's not something I could not turn against my family to that extent and what's showing there. Let's see. It says, I agree, Ray. I'm a mama bear. When it comes to my family, I would never let someone say the things he has about her family. Yep. Martha says, back daughter-in-law presence came in, so we assembled it. Let's see. Couldn't believe she sat there and looked like she'd forgotten last week. We've seen her do that before. See, it's not the first time. I mean, she's left for a while and come back, and all smiles again. So there's a magnet pull there somewhere, and she's lasted longer with him than any other girlfriend other than his wife. So I guess there's something going there. Oh, couldn't believe. Okay, expiration said he lies about everything. That's part of being a narcissist. They lie even when the truth would work better for them. I agree with that. Some people cannot tell the truth no matter what. It just doesn't work out for them. Oh, man. Yes, I believe that, Road King. She's just as culpable as the old boy is. Road King, did you get my message back? You'd asked for something, and I said I would take care of it. You should have got it yesterday. He can't tell the truth, and he can't handle the truth. That's right, Ren. Yeah, that part about what they're talking about that I've joined Hales, that is trying to create a division. Here's the problem. If you get somebody or a couple of people saying something like that, it's not so bad. I mean, I don't care what Jeremy's people believe. They can believe anything they want. But it's the people that I try to be around, the people that I think so much of. Sometimes when something like that comes out, they get a little worried because maybe they're worried about the circumstances or the outcome. And everybody has worried about, is there really a mole? Because from day one, all this stuff about a mole being out there. And, once you get stuff started like that, it's hard not to look around a little bit. But I'm comfortable with the people we've been working with. Out of all of them that have shown their colors, really the only one I worried about most was the benefactor out there, and only because of what was happening to the people, not so much the ones that received gifts, but sometimes what was expected of them. And the verbiage that was used in there bothered me. And the number one thing that I was against the benefactor for was his treatment of Lisa. Lisa, from day one, has always told the truth in her channel. And she is one of the few that brings truth to her channel, either in paperwork or witnesses. And she's worked hard on it, harder than, I don't know if anybody's worked any harder in trying to bring all this stuff to the light of day. And even last night when you were looking at the paperwork that she brought in there, I had heard some of the rumors of that 7 or 8, 9 months ago, but I didn't capture the paperwork. And she was able to not only get it, But along with getting the paperwork, she was able to bring up more things. Uh, the more things you bring to light, the more things that come to light. Because then people get to the point where they're not scared to talk to you about what's going on. And I think it's only the beginning. I think that more and more things are going to come forward. And I don't think that things like this happen just in the last 8 months. I think it's been going on for a lot of years. It's just a lot of people out there don't want to come forward. They're leery, and you can't necessarily blame them. They don't have a lot of people don't have the money to fight back. But I mean, we're talking about a guy that went to somebody's job where they worked and climbed through a window in the office. I mean, who does something like that? Oh man. I mean, think about it. If you worked in an office when you have all these people around you and somebody comes through a window, you know what it makes me think of? That poor woman, Mary, that had to face him every month on paying the bill. No wonder she was shook up. And he filed charges against her, and she ended up with a stroke afterwards. It was like a day or two later. I mean, how scared she must have been. I mean, she only come up to his shoulders. I don't know. And then we see things in his background that go back 10 years of the same kind of action. I mean, think about that, folks. If you get a guy coming after, if it was your daughter or your ex-wife, even you wouldn't want anything to happen like that, the stuff that was going on. I mean, my goodness. The things that came out last night shows you how horrendous people can be. Now, as far as things going on here, rumors and stuff like that, I can see it only getting worse, not better, not easier, for sure. So, Jerm's parents and siblings can't even stand him because of the way he acted on his channel during the rabies fiasco. When he did a video about the family, he practically pissed on them with his foul mouth. I believe that, Mike. I did look at the rabies case, and I did see it when I first came in here to talk about things. So, Casey says, "Me too, Ray. I know Lisa is real and can be trusted." Yep. They've hammered on everybody that took up the cause for John and Michelle. That there is no conscience that I can think of. Let's see if I can get out of this light a little bit. Pull back a little further. Sometimes it flashes. What has happened is I have blinds up here, and where the strings go through, if you look at my hand right there, that's where the string goes through the blinds up there, and it shows open 1/4 of an inch where the string is. And the line is setting in the west, or the sun is. So it's a direct contact with the windows in my garage up there. That's what I'm trying to get around. It flashes in my eyes. I don't know if I can get, let me see if I can turn this the other way. Let's see. There. Now I'm out of there. Deranged individual does that. That's what Road King says. That old lady was so afraid of him, she was shaking every time he was visiting her, man. He was really scared of her. Bad surprise she didn't have a heart attack right at the town hall. He could be overbearing in there. We've seen how he does things when he's dealing with people. But you notice he only does it with people that he knows he can scare. Joy says Lisa has a heart of gold. She is an honest and truthful woman. Yes, that's correct. That's how I believe. Absolutely believe that. Yeah, Jerm throws things at the wall and hope it sticks. Lisa does her best to show proof and separates the BS. Yep. She did a good job last night and the night before. I'm telling you, this past week has been an eye opener. And anybody that was in there and watched what was going on, they've got to have a different perspective on this. Even the people that are true Hales Kool-Aid drinkers got to have a different perspective on this whole thing. Let's see. Peculiar says, I hope nobody believes there's a mole that is his go to the bull crap. I have never believed that we have a mole in our group of people out there. It seems like everybody is very upfront. It would surprise me if there was one. I just, like I say, the only one that I didn't trust was the benefactor. And, I hate to say something like that. I really don't know anything about the benefactor. It's just that some of the things that he has said so copy Jeremy sometimes. And even the gifts that go out there seem to be almost like there's a string attached to them. I don't know if there is or not. Things that are promised that don't get delivered. That can be heartbreaking to the person that really wanted something and didn't get it. On the other hand, somebody gets something very good, and they become best friends, and so he relies on them to guard his back for him against all others. And then a lot of us that have been here for a while, and some of them around for years, end up getting the wrong end of the stick sometimes. It happens. And you end up getting butthurt. And sometimes best friends become worst enemies over little things, slights like that. What I try to get across to you is if you were friends at one time, then you should be able to regain that friendship with nothing more than a handshake and a smile and say, hey, forgive me for whatever it was, and go on with life. These little things in life are going to come along. The stones in a path that you trip on and hurt your knee on, the best thing you can do is get back up and keep on walking down that path. And the friends you meet along there may be the best friends and stay friends. We just have to hope that they don't turn around and throw rocks at you, right? One point in the video, he was at his dad's old store and said, I wish my dad was here because I would knock over the building on him. Oh, man. That's awful for somebody to say that about their dad. Huh. My dad and I, we had our different differences. But that's just, boys and men, especially when they hit puberty, somewhere around between 13 and about 16, they argue with their dads and moms sometimes. And later on, they usually end up apologizing because they know they didn't know it all. The kid knows that they didn't know it all, and they learn better later. So if a parent lives long enough, the kid usually comes back around and it makes up for the ground that everybody has to go through during puberty. Says separating fact from fiction is what little Lisa does. Yes, I agree with that. Heidi says, good evening, Ray. How you doing, Heidi? Hambone message deleted by Road King. Road King, if you get somebody up there that you know shouldn't be there, just go ahead and dismiss them off the channel. Or else put them in the box so long they're not going to be able to talk on here. Jeremy thinks that everyone out there is afraid of him. I don't know where he gets that. I've never been afraid of him, and I know Guapo's not. Guapo would have cleaned his clock if it wasn't for the fact that he didn't want to be involved in a lawsuit. The other thing is, if Jeremy got a PO against him, most of his business would go down the tubes at least 6 months out of the year when they're bidding on the same lockers. It's his business. There's a lot to lose, but if it wasn't for that, Guapo would have cleaned his clock, and I have no doubt in my mind that he can do it. I'm still curious why the store sign says Hales, not Hales. The sign he claims was from the store. Expiration date says Kim says some folks are too lazy to read. If that's the case, go and watch To Lee, she's done the work and shows you. She has done the work and she shows you the proof. You can't dispel the proof when it's shown to you in black and white. And she's had witnesses on there, on her channel. This whole thing about the doctor that was, or let's see, it was the doctor signed a slip of paper about Harley. Okay, so the things she said about Harley are true. Okay, and when she was adopted, the lawyer was on the channel and reiterated it, and the paperwork was showing. So these things, it's got to tell you something. I mean, when the people came down and said this is not the way it came, and it didn't happen this way, Lisa comes along and says, "Here it is. Here's proof. This is a legal document. If you don't believe that, you can go get the document yourself. It's not a big deal." Most stuff she brings are out there for the public. Whether you go to a police station or a sheriff, it is available to you. You can walk in and pay the cost of the paperwork. That's all you have to do. It's not a big deal. Oh, Kevin says, Ray, you've done anything? You haven't done anything. Don't worry. The only thing I was worried about is I didn't want to get people out there worried about, number one, I guess, obviously, is that I would do something like that to them. But the other thing is worrying about themselves, because there's enough people out there getting sued. And the rumor mill about people there's a mole out there, which has been going on forever. And it's hard to believe there is a mole anywhere in the group, but who knows? There's nothing to really worry about. We've all acted independently. So there's nothing that I could say as inside information about anybody in any of the lawsuits. I couldn't. How would I? Everything has been up front and out in the public. So this whole stuff about who's joining who up, that don't make sense to me, because there's nothing to gain. Now, I know two people flipped and went with his group, and they've really came out full blast against Lisa and a few others. And, that's on them. If they can sleep at night and do things like that, that's on them. And, the one of them had said so many things, and the paperwork is out there yet on one of them that went completely against the profession that she professes to be. That don't even make sense. And things like that come back to bite them. They destroy their reputation, and they'll come. Whereas everything will come to light, whether it's through the judgment of the courts or the judgment of the people. But it will come. So, all right, to Lee's. How you doing there, Lisa? I did send you an email, Lisa, about this baloney out there. John, how you doing, John? Just to let you know, I was on here to let you know that I did not join the Hales group. That rumor that's going around is all bullshit. Yes, bullshit. And not me. I'm not going to do it. I won't. And I didn't know any better way to hit it than let the people who follow me know what my intent is. And after today, I don't plan on going over it again. This is it. So all I can do is go out there and say, hey, look, don't believe it. John Capps, hi, glad to see you in here. I think that's it. Jennifer W., how you doing? I see you're on there. I did put up a video today, and it's a shout out for Michael Vulp. I was hoping everybody goes over there and looks at it. He's had some go rounds with Megan, and if you go on his channel, you get to see the real deal. He'll go over it with you, and I'll probably put it on there a few times on my videos, different times, where you can go over to his channel and keep up with the updates. Oh, let's see. Gary says, hello. Something most people haven't considered is that Jerry realized he went over the top, threatening to sue George's family, but he realized it provided more views and he apologized to George. I don't know if I was in George's shoes, and I wasn't, apology wouldn't be accepted. Just telling you that there's certain things you don't do or threaten a family with that you think you can wipe it off with a few words. I would not. And if I would have been in her shoes, I'd have been gone out of there, period. And she's went through it enough times that everybody's kind of getting used to the fact that it's she's used to it. I guess if you feel the whip enough times, pretty soon you won't feel it when the feelings are gone, the nerves are gone. All that's left is scar tissue. Oh. Yes, peculiar. I agree. Jeremy makes me sick. Yeah, Wolfie says she knows what she's doing. I'm beginning to think she's not a victim. Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that she's a victim anymore after this last go around there, because he was pretty specific. When you tell somebody that blood means nothing, that is pretty telling. And if he says that, it's kind of telling and makes sense because of whatever his relationship is with his family. And he turned and looked at her when he was talking. She didn't look back at him until the very end. But he was, I'd have no doubt in my mind, okay, that I believe what he said, he meant. And he was trying to hurt her verbally, psychologically. I honestly, it's my opinion that he had every intention of rubbing her nose in the mud. And they probably did have a go around before the live that night, and he wasn't going to put up with her insubordination, because that's the way I think he feels. And anybody that's worked around him, if you watch him on the lives or when he's doing something, he gets the same way with each one of those people. They don't realize that when he's being snotty, he's letting that personality of his show, the true person there. Let's see. Pam says, we know you, Ray. You love the wisdom and zen of Tori, the wisdom and honesty of Lisa, and the wisdom of the others that you have mentioned. Thank you, Pam. There's no relationship with his family, and Martha is pretty close at losing hers if she doesn't smarten up. I don't know what to think about her. All I can say is I'm glad I'm not related to her. That was cold. Sitting there listening to that and not doing anything about it, and coming back laughing and smiling and joining in on the harassment of other people. That's cold, very cold. Yeah, Kevin says, I doubt Martha's a victim. They fight and make up a business relationship. Well, I can't think of anything else to say out there, and I'm sorry to take you into your supper time probably. But at least you've got my opinion and how I feel about what's going on out there. Says message from John Cook. Ray, you can't be the mole because J.H. said it was someone from Otter Creek. None of the defendants other than MP and JC are from Otter Creek anyway. I know you two are. I know Michelle and John aren't the moles, but uh, that makes me feel better. Uh, but there's a lot of people don't really know me, and like I say, uh, for the past month, they've really hit hard about me changing from Hale's group to uh, trying to protect John and Michelle. And at the time when I was switching over, I seen so much from the side that Jeremy was portraying that it just makes you sick to your stomach. Anybody that would follow somebody that uses so many bully tactics, but it was more than that. It's viciousness. There's a viciousness there, and it just don't make sense to me. And to continually go past somebody's yard taking pictures over a fence that is outright, it's a privacy fence. And even after John had put the tin works up above that yet, he was doing everything he can to go over the top of it. His intent. What really shows me how, if you remember when I went on there and I told you what the opinion was of an officer that came out and investigated an incident out there, and another officer that investigated an incident for a PO had gave similar type uh, uh, how they felt about it, and that was where he had claimed that I think that girl that he was living with, that when they were that she was trying to get a PO against him, he had turned her in as having sprayed him directly in the eyes with hairspray, and the officer said it didn't look like that in his report because his eyes, nothing was wrong with his eyes. He was able to see very well. In other words, Jeremy had apparently lied because anybody will tell you that getting hit with hairspray in the eyes is going to be a painful thing and they're going to get very bloodshot. And that's not something you're going to recover very quickly on. Uh, and he didn't even want the officer coming into his house for that part of the investigation. He met him somewhere. So I just, it makes sense if you lie about to an officer at one time, you're going to do it again. And those two videos that were put together about how he lied during the depot, or actually after the depot, but about something that happened during a depot with Michelle, that shows you his true colors. I mean, those are videos. They show that's the real proof, and that shows the real person, that person. Okay. All right. Yes, was Jerem suing anyone before he was with Martha? Yes, he did. He went off after Raby. He also went after a plumber. And I'll have to throw a thing up here. It was from Concom. Some people that had went on YouTube about him threatening them with lawsuits. But and I'll let you make your own determination on that. But apparently he's been in this stuff with his ex since 2014. And it went from a protection order at one time in the marriage to getting a psychological exam, and shortly thereafter not being able to be with his kids, period. So he's been involved in lawsuits since day one. This is not something new that he's doing. It's always been going along. I think that's about it. So I think I'll get off from here. I'm kind of beat. I'll have to admit that it bothered me for somebody to say something. I consider that despicable when you come on and put something as fact like that on somebody's channel, to do nothing more than to ruin their reputation and try to destroy a group. And the only reason that they call it a group is because we're of one mind on the way we feel about things. But even being of one mind, we're all separate in our channels. We've fought our own battles and tried to assist others that are in this endeavor to help John and Michelle out. And each of us, even if one or two of us would drop out, I can rest you assured that the rest of us still start to keep the thing going as long as they can. Uh, we have a belief, and it's helping people that need help. It's all it's something that is ingrained in a lot of people, and a bully can't beat it out of them. Uh, it just don't work that way. When you have grit and you have heart, the combination of grit and your heart will get you through just about anything you're going to face in life. The other thing is the good Lord above is up there and is always looking over your shoulder for you. And Christ give you the avenue to open the door to eternal life. Now, there was a channel out there that said something about how I was talking about religion as if I was some big religious person or something, whatever it was. That couldn't be furthest from the truth. I am not a teacher of religion. I am only a person who believes in Christ as my Savior. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anybody can declare, I don't care whether you're a Buddhist or whatever religion you want to follow. You can be Catholic, but your heart, that comes forth and the grit that you're able to go through life with and to believe in a higher deity, that is going to do so much for you. It keeps you on the right track. So please, when these people try to say something that I act as if I'm trying to be this big preacher man or whatever it is, I am not. I don't know enough to even come close to doing something like that. The only true perfect man that was on this earth was Jesus Christ in my book. Okay. I use the King James Version. That's it. And you're all welcome to come in anytime you want and ask about it or do your thing with it. But I am not in any way a preacher. Nothing like that. And so when somebody comes out and says, I'm trying to act like one, please don't ever think that I even come close to being able to even do something like that. I can't. I don't have the teaching. I just have a belief. That's it. So to all you out there, you guys have a good day out there. And no, I'm not going to preach no more today. But I will pray for everybody out there. And thank you so much for coming in and believing in this channel and believing in helping somebody that is down out there, that we can all still move in one direction and make sure that happens. Pray for Bruce this week. This is going to be a week of, he's got to go before that judge. And not by himself, by the way. That other attorney has to show up too, contrary to what a lot of people believed out there. There's going to be two attorneys going before that judge. And hopefully prayers will help. And we'll see Bruce come out of there with, I hope they don't empty his bank account while he's in there. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If anybody needs some Zen after Ray's done, Taurus is on. Yes, I recommend you go over to Tori's channel. She's the tiger. Okay, I said a long time ago, she's the tiger. And she certainly is. So Zen, she hands it out freely. And you can go on there and relax. She don't allow a lot of fighting going on. You don't have to worry about somebody attacking your back out there. She'll stop them immediately, or else one of the mods will. So anyway, hope to see you later. I don't know if I think Lisa will be on Tuesday. Today's Monday. She rarely is on there on Monday. I think she was on here a little bit ago, and then she's probably back with on Tori's channel. So go ahead and go over there. By the way, Tori's starting to get up there. She's getting close to 1,000. And she could sure use some people come in there and join her channel. And please do it if you can. Give her what she needs to get to the 1,000 mark. It's a big mark to hit. She's over 850 something, I believe. But if you do that, it sure help. And don't forget to do that on Lisa's channel. And Road King is, I'm surprised he hasn't hit 1 million yet. This channel's that good. I can't recommend him enough. He has really brought things to bear that you enjoy listening to. I just like to listen to him. I guess I could get back in a rocking chair and talk with him all night. But I would certainly wouldn't mind just sitting on a bank and just fishing and talking through old times. But it's unfortunately we live too far apart, and it probably won't come around. But we can always kick back in our chair and talk to each other, and that's what I enjoy. All right. So with that, I'm going to end this thing. And like I say, I'm really happy to see you guys come in here and you gals. And hope you have a good week. It's the beginning of the week. Tomorrow, my wife will be going. She's got another doctor's appointment, so we'll get through that tomorrow morning. She's feeling great. She's doing great. And this is nothing more than just a backup checkup on things that were done to her over a month ago. So, and she was out there on the lawnmower today, believe it or not. She couldn't wait any longer, and she wanted to crunch up some leaves. So, see you all on the next one. I did. Hi, Miyagi. You just got here, and I'm just ready to leave. I was on your channel earlier. I hope everything's going okay for you. Oh, let's see. Creative Crafter, Linda, how you doing? Have a great evening, all, she says. Creative Crafter, she's got a channel too. And if you go over there, you're going to enjoy yourself. She has started a second career recently, as well as a channel out there. She's very articulate. You'll enjoy it. Get over there and talk to her a little bit. She can use the subs, and she can use the thumbs up for sure. John says, "Ta-ta, everybody," and I'm going to say the same thing. So here you go. I think I can't say everybody goodbye to everybody. Ooh, biscuits and gravy and eggs for dinner tonight. Oh man, woo-wee. I love biscuits and gravy. Now I'm going to tell you a little thing. I don't know how many people have ever done this, but we used to go out rabbit hunting in the fall, and I love wild rabbit. There's nothing better tasting than that. And whenever we'd get them, I knew the next morning we were going to have some rabbit gravy because my mother would always keep enough back so we'd have that gravy. But see, we put the rabbit gravy on pancakes, and man, I would eat a stack of them. And to this day, I still love pancakes and gravy. And I know everybody has to have biscuits and gravy, and I love biscuits and gravy myself. But like I say, rabbit gravy, yeah. I would rather have it in the morning for breakfast than syrup or sorghum or anything like that. It was a big breakfast we ate, and we loved it. So I guess when you get used to certain things, you always love it the rest of your life. But bless my mother, she knew what to feed us and got us some good habits in the eating. And so with that, I'm going to let you all go. I know some of you probably wouldn't like to have pancakes and gravy, but if you try it once, you'll like it. I guarantee you. If you like biscuits and gravy, I know you'll like pancakes and gravy. So there you go. Okay, let's end it right now. And go ahead and hit the thumbs up, if you will. And you're welcome to be a sub, if you will. All right. There we go.